Hey everyone, it's James from FunFoods, and today I'm going to show you how to make this giant Oreo cookie. Now I did this before about 5 or 6 years ago, but this time I think I perfected it. So keep watching and I'll show you step by step how to make this. Now the first time I made this recipe, I didn't have a mold. This time I do, and it's a pretty cool mold, and it looks a lot like an Oreo cookie. Of course it's not exactly, it doesn't say Oreo on there, but it kind of has the ridges around the edge and has some wording. Kind of looks like an Oreo cookie. So this is a mold. Really, it's a cake mold. I'll put a link in the description below so you can get a hold of one if you'd like. I got it on Amazon. So my first attempt at this did not work out too well, as you can see. Well, that didn't turn out the way I wanted it. Back to the drawing board, and maybe I can figure out a way to make it a little more firmer, and maybe we'll cook it a little longer. So we're going to try this again, and hopefully this time it works out. I've changed a little bit of the recipe and a little bit of the process, and hopefully it'll work out perfectly this time. Let's go do it. So this time in a medium bowl, what we're going to do is start off by adding 1.5 cups of flour. Next, we're going to add 1.25 cup of cocoa. A half a teaspoon of baking powder, a dash of salt, and whisk it. When that's well combined, just set this bowl aside and we're gonna work on our next bowl. Next, in a large bowl, I have 2 sticks of butter, which is 1 cup, and I want it slightly softened. It has to be a little firm, but not too firm, if that makes any sense. So leave it out. The best thing to do is let it soften completely, put it back in the refrigerator for maybe a half hour. That's a good way of doing it. So 2 sticks of butter, which is 1 cup, put it in a large bowl. Then 1.5 cups of granulated sugar and a half a cup of brown sugar. And we just want to cream this together. Next, we want to add 1 large egg plus the egg yolk of another one. And the egg yolk of another one. Then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And mix. Now add your dry ingredients to the wet slowly. You may have to stop and scrape out your beaters a bit because they get clogged up. Add in the rest of your dry mixture. Remember to go slow or else you get a plume of smoke, and it smells good, but I don't know how safe it is snorting cocoa powder. All right, so there we go. It should be a nice, thick and firm dough. Now we're gonna do something we didn't do last time, and that is wrap it up in some plastic wrap. We're going to wrap it up and put it in the refrigerator for a bit to chill it. Just pour your dough out onto some plastic wrap. Flatten it down. Wrap it up. Put it in the refrigerator for 30 to 45 minutes. Right now I'm preheating my oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit instead of 350. I want to try to cook it a little lower temperature and see if that helps things. So that's preheating right now. Pull your dough out of the refrigerator, and it's a little firm, not too firm, which is the way I like it. We may have to open it up and work it a little bit. Open it up. And you might need to knead it a little bit. Now we're going to put it in this cookie mold. I got this mold on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below where you can get a hold of it. And we want to push it in and hopefully fill all those crevices. So I'm going to start with a little bit of dough at a time. And I really want to work it in to those crevices. Especially the writing parts. And once you get the writing parts done, that's the important part. Let's just fill the rest of this in. Now put it in the oven at 325 for at least 20 minutes. So I had it in the oven for 40 minutes and that was perfect. The next one I'm gonna do a little higher temperature and see if that helps. But 40 minutes, now let it cool completely. So after it's cooled completely, now what we're going to do is remove it from the mold carefully. Hopefully it has that imprint that we're looking for, and hopefully it's all good. So we're going to do this. Just try to start by peeling away from the sides. That looks pretty good. It's coming off pretty easy. And we'll just flip it over and take it out. So all in all, it's not bad. Some of the lettering stayed inside. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good though. It looks pretty good. Now we'll just keep this out and work on our other half. Now to make the filling, we're gonna need a lot of it. And I have a large bowl here, of course. And to that, I'm gonna add 7 cups of powdered sugar. You might call it icing sugar. 7 cups, it's a lot. Next, 1 tablespoon of regular sugar, 1 cup of vegetable shortening, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 2 tablespoons of hot water. You might need to add more hot water to it later, but we'll look at it and see how it goes. Now just mix this up until it's the right consistency. And I can see it's going to need some more hot water, so I'm going to add probably 2 more tablespoons to this. Be careful not to add too much at once. Add a little bit. You can always add more. If you add too much, you do have to put more powdered sugar in there. So a little bit at a time. And at some point, it's going to get hard to do with the mixer, so you want to just do it by hand. So I'm just using my hands and kind of kneading it. Make sure we get all that sugar incorporated in there. And when that's it, you should be left with this nice ball of Oreo filling. Now you can just make this if you'd like. Really fun. So now we have both halves made, and what we're going to do is just start with one of them, take it, flip it upside down, and we're going to take our filling and stuff it. Now put our top piece on. Starting to break. Don't want that. Perfect. There it is. Start to break a little bit. That's because I didn't wait for my cookie to cool completely like I should have. But that's okay. Looks fine. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching me make this giant Oreo cookie. It was a lot of fun, and I think it turned out way better than the one I did about 6 years ago. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Also check out this video right here. And until then, I'll see you next time. Then pull your dough out of the freezer, or I'll start over. We're gonna pull our dough out of the freezer. So I had it in the, and when that's it, you should be nice. So now we have both parts put together.